Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's March 4th, 2024, and I thought I'd make a short video here. It's absolutely, the sun is out. Yesterday it was all overcast and fog, but the temperatures did come up and the snow all melted and all, so pretty fortunate. And so today I thought what I'd do is walk out here, or come out here with Pepe rather, and then look around at some of the jobs that I've got to do. Where I'm standing now is a site where there were tremendous grapevines that had completely overtaken all the canopy of the trees in this area. This was a couple of years ago that I took down all the trees that were damaged and destroyed. A couple of which weren't destroyed, and a lot of them are piled behind me there. But I don't know if you could see. Here's one of the trees that wasn't completely destroyed, but this whole area here, there's grapevines there. I don't know if you could see with the sun, but I left everything where the grapevines weren't too bad. So here's a small grapevine here. I'll come over here and show you on this tree. So these native grapevines, so hopefully you can see that one there, just a few inches in diameter, but they get as big around as this cherry log here. And so what I ended up doing was digging a series of hugelkultur pits, and that's just basically digging large pits with the excavator and burying all of the dead and diseased material. Lots and lots and lots of grapevines are buried into these areas. Now there is some settling, so there's little undulations to the surface of the ground around here. All around in here. This is one big one right here. There's another one there. There's I think I probably have about 8 hugelkultur pits here. And hopefully you've seen some of the videos where I've been doing that process. Then I have the trunks of a lot of the trees right here. And what I ended up doing was putting up against these 2 trees here, so I could stack them up, walk around these. And there may still be some critters living in here, but my thought was I want to work on this soon before all the wood gets bad. So this apple in here is looking a bit punky. So lots of ash trees, big ash tree there, some maples, and a lot of these maples were standing dead trees and ash trees were standing dead trees. So I'll go through it and see. You can see this one apple here, it's got, so I probably will end up putting this in one of the hugelkultur pits. It probably has burnable wood, but nothing that I really need at all. So one of the things is trying to decide how to manage this pile. And I have one other pile on this property, and then on the new property I've got 3 or 4 piles. Not nearly as, this is the biggest pile. And I have to decide where I'm going to put them. Now some of these I just de-limbed them, took off the bad stuff. You can see there's a Y here, so it will take up a lot of space. And so I think what I'll do is I'll bring the Hulk over here, smooth out some of the undulations in the ground over the hugelkultur pits here. It's not bad at all, but if I'm going to be working out here and sawing up a lot of this wood, one of the things I want to do is smooth it out some, get it not level but somewhat flat, put down some 6x6s to keep the logs as I stack them off of the ground and all. And this is the larger spot right over here that I could put them. I've got more work to do up in that area over there. So this is the larger hugelkultur pit that I haven't, hopefully the wind isn't too bad right now, that I've been working in all last year. And this, I took a lot of the real large bony gravel out of this pit. It was an old foundation, and used that to build the base of some roads. And so I filled it up quite a bit and used soil on top of that. And just recently, when the material there is all from when the neighbor, and this is a gravel mining operation, when the neighbor got a permit to expand the mining operation, they had someone come in and clear cut this area. So there were lots of material on the roadway here on the property that I used Mini-Me with the grapple on it to pick up and get that material up. And I piled that on top of over there. So it wasn't much, but it was some stuff. So one of the things is looking at the projects that I need to do and trying to decide how to go about this. I'm out of shape right now. You spend all winter inside pretty much at the computer, and I've got a belly on me, and I've decreased a tremendous amount of my muscle. So we'll gradually get back into it here. But today, and it's way too wet to do anything with the gardens at all. I have some hardwood cuttings I'm going to do from blueberry plants, and probably this week I'll start on some of those projects and start getting some of the gates up and all for the gardens. But this area is, because it's so much gravel here, this actually is the firmer ground out here. So it would be good for me, while the rest of the property is so saturated with water, working on some of this and designating a spot where I can start stacking some of the logs so that I could start sawing them up. I've got the IBC totes over there and all. So I'm going to take a ride down to the beaver pond area now and see how things are down there. So here I go.